In today's hyper-connected world, being constantly distracted isn't a flaw, it's the default. Notifications light up your phone, emails never stop arriving, social media tempts you every few minutes. We live in an age where attention is fragmented and focus feels almost impossible. But what if mastering focus was the single most valuable skill of the 21st century? That's exactly the bold claim Cal Newport makes in his game-changing book, Deep Work. Newport defines deep work as the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's the kind of work that creates real value, pushes your skills to the limit, and allows you to learn quickly. In contrast, shallow work is the kind of logistical, low-effort, often reactive stuff that fills up most people's day. Answering emails, sitting in meetings, scrolling through Slack, it keeps you busy, but it rarely moves the needle. The core message of the book is this: in a world full of noise, your ability to focus is a superpower. The people who will thrive in the future are those who can concentrate for long stretches of time, learn hard things quickly, and produce at an elite level. And the bad news? This ability is becoming increasingly rare. The good news? That means it's also becoming increasingly valuable. Let's begin with the first big lesson. Deep work is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Newport argues that most people are sabotaging their own potential without even realizing it. They say they want success, creativity, or mastery, but they spend their days jumping from one notification to the next, checking their phones 100 times, and doing busy work that feels productive, but really isn't. Without deep work, you might still feel exhausted at the end of the day, but you won't have created anything meaningful. Think about it. When was the last time you were deeply focused for more than an hour, without checking your phone, switching tabs, or glancing at your inbox? For most people, that kind of focus has become rare, but that's exactly why cultivating it gives you a massive edge. Whether you're writing, coding, designing, solving complex problems, or even learning a new skill, deep work is what turns hours into results. The second lesson is equally powerful. You can train your focus like a muscle. Just like physical strength, mental concentration isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you build through deliberate practice. The more you practice deep focus, the easier it becomes. The more you give in to distractions, the weaker your attention span gets. Newport recommends building focus training into your daily routine. That means scheduling time for deep work. Periods where you deliberately cut yourself off from distractions and focus on one task. During that time, no multitasking, no social media, no email. Just you and the hard, valuable thing you're trying to create or learn. He also recommends practicing productive meditation. This doesn't mean sitting cross-legged and chanting. It means using mentally undemanding activities, like walking or showering, to think deeply about a single problem. Instead of letting your mind wander aimlessly, you gently bring it back to your chosen thought again and again. Over time, this strengthens your ability to think deeply on command. The third lesson is a brutal truth. Most people are addicted to distraction. It's not just that distractions exist, it's that we've trained ourselves to constantly seek them out. Waiting in line? You pull out your phone. Stuck on a task? You open a new tab. Feeling bored? You check social media. We've lost the ability to sit with discomfort. But discomfort is where the work happens. It's where insight, creativity, and progress are born. Newport calls this the attention residue effect. Every time you switch tasks, even briefly, you leave a little bit of your attention behind. Your mind becomes cluttered with leftovers from your last activity, and your ability to think deeply suffers. That's why even checking your phone for 30 seconds can derail 15 minutes of concentration. To reclaim your focus, you have to set boundaries. You can't expect to do deep work in an environment designed for distraction. That means creating rituals and environments that support focus. Turning off notifications, blocking websites, scheduling social media breaks, even physically removing your phone from the room if necessary. The fourth major insight from deep work is about meaning. Deep work isn't just productive, it's fulfilling. When you're fully immersed in a challenging task, when you're in flow, time disappears. You feel more alive, more creative, more connected to your purpose. These are the moments when you're not just passing time, you're doing something that matters. Newport argues that craftsmanship is one of the oldest and most meaningful forms of human expression. Whether you're writing a book, building a business, solving a tough problem, or designing something beautiful, deep work allows you to express your best self. Shallow work might keep you busy, but only deep work can give you the deep satisfaction of creation. This also connects to identity. When you regularly engage in deep work, you start to see yourself differently. You stop being someone who's overwhelmed and distracted, and you become someone who is capable, disciplined, and driven. That shift doesn't just improve your productivity, it improves your confidence, your clarity, and your sense of self-worth. Finally, the fifth lesson is about strategy. You must build a deep work culture in your life. This means more than just having occasional focus sessions. It means making deep work a central part of how you operate. That might involve redesigning your schedule, changing your work habits, or even having difficult conversations with coworkers or clients. Newport outlines several models for integrating deep work into your life. The monastic approach is the most extreme. You isolate yourself completely for long stretches. Think of writers who go to a cabin in the woods. The bimodal approach alternates between periods of deep work and shallow work. Maybe mornings are for focus, afternoons for meetings. The rhythmic approach builds daily routines around deep work blocks, like doing 90 minutes of focused work every morning. And the journalistic approach trains you to enter deep work mode at any time, like a journalist writing under deadline. Whichever approach you choose, the key is intentionality. Deep work doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you protect your time, say no to distractions, and commit to what matters most. In conclusion, deep work is more than a book about productivity. It's a book about mastery in a distracted world. It's about choosing depth over noise, intention over impulse, and long-term meaning over short-term stimulation. Newport's message is clear. In an economy that rewards results, not effort, deep work is your greatest competitive advantage. If you're tired of feeling scattered, overwhelmed, and behind, the solution isn't to work harder, it's to work deeper, to disconnect, to slow down, and to dive into the kind of focused effort that actually moves you forward. Because in a world that is constantly pulling your attention in every direction, the ability to focus deeply might just be the most human thing you can do.